Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle and I'm doing a reading for the collective in honor of the full moon in Libra, and also it's April 1st, April Fool's Day. Starting with some prosperity dust. I am doing a spread called the Cosmic Prank. And yeah, we're gonna dive in and see what this cosmic prank is all about. But okay, so we're starting with angel cards. So we have depth. We have an angel that is getting ready to go scuba diving, and exploration. We have an angel at the bow. That's right, the bow of the ship, with a spyglass looking at an island off in the distance. Exploring some kind of depths. Okay. So the first question is, what story have you been telling yourself that isn't actually true? I'm going to go to my guardian tarot, my creepy tree friends. What story have you been telling yourself that isn't actually true? Ace of Cups in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse. Kitty confirmation. And the World. Fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Okay, so one narrative here is that you're never going to find love, because you have had some kind of, maybe a particular situation or many situations that have just been really disappointing, and you have not had success. You have not had success here with some kind of love. And this, this largely is due to feeling like you're not good enough, like that you're not lovable, like you are lacking some kind of love for yourself. And it's like, and there's a story you're telling yourself that it's just inherent, that you're naturally an unlovable person. I don't know, maybe you were told this by whoever. These things often come from childhood, but it's simply not true. It's just that you were being reflected. Basically, you were being reflected this narrative by somebody, or by maybe many people, who didn't love themselves, and they were projecting that onto you, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm taking this on, I guess this is who I am. And it's not true. And so you're kind of resigned. You're like, okay, well, I guess this is just how it's supposed to be. Things just aren't meant to work out for me. I really wanted something that was solid, where I could overcome the difficulties, find my way to true love, and live happily ever after. And so there's a need to explore, to go deep within this mentality, because it's not true. It's just, you've had a lot of situations reflect back to you this similar pattern, because it's somewhat of a self-fulfilling prophecy. And what's the saying? What we think about, we bring about, something like this. And so your success lies within going deep and really befriending yourself, finding those parts of yourself that you have been told are bad, that you think something's wrong with you for whatever reason, and just really like just embracing that. And that, you know, this really is what shadow work is all about, basically. So okay, so what so the next question is what you thought this chapter was about versus what it's actually about. What did you think this chapter was about? That it's, you know, and versus what it's actually about. Yeah, see, there's a... Okay, I'm going to go with my Voyager Tarot. Let's try that one more time. Let's get a good shuffle there. There we go. Man of Worlds, Achiever. We have Earth signs here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What you thought this chapter was about versus what it's really about. Sage of Cups, Regenerator, said like Marvin the Martian. Now we have water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Seeker, Child of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're like make it happen. Get her done. There's something about with this achiever where you have set goals for yourself. You have thought that if you just follow the steps, you know, A, B, C, D, it's all going to lead you to where you want to get. And, you know, there's a runner here with a number on, you know, like running a marathon. There's a bunch of I don't want to say old, middle-aged white dudes all hanging out there, you know, like banker types. No offense if you're a middle-aged white dude who's a banker. There's just, you know, there's a fancy car, you know, probably like a Rolls Royce or something. There's a fancy airplane. There's I think this is it's some kind of Colosseum. It could be it's hard to tell if it's the Colosseum in Italy or if it's just, you know, some kind of sports Colosseum. It looks kind of old school though, old style. Anyway, oh, and we have it kind of looks like the moon. It's like a boot print in the moon. Yeah, you know, all these great achievements here. You thought like if I reach my goal, if I just continue to push forward and do the things, then that's going to get me the success that I desire, because it's all about the doing. It's, you know, that's what's going to, you know, bring me the rewards that I seek. And the thing with that is that, you know, all of that is great, but all the achievement was lacking some kind of heart, was lacking an emotional component. You know, it's like this achievement, being an achiever is like, well, this is going to get me the money and the status, so then people will like me and think I'm good enough, because there's a feeling of not feeling good enough deep down. And so no matter how much you achieve, there's just always more to achieve, because it's never enough, because there's a lack of fulfillment because of never feeling good enough. it really does feel like this has come from, some kind of, growing up in a household where it's like you must do all the things in order um to be recognized, and people think you're awesome, and it has nothing to do with you just being yourself. It's like there's a, yeah, chances are there was something lacking, early on or throughout life, where it's like forgetting that it starts with you. It doesn't matter what you achieve, it's how you show up. It's how do you love yourself? Do you love yourself? And so no matter, it's also like no matter what you achieved, you felt like you fell short, like it's not enough, or maybe you've consistently like gotten really close to your goal, but then something happened, it fell short, or you ended up second place, or all different kinds of scenarios here. And the thing is, what you this is all about learning to love yourself. When we bring it right down to whittle it right down to the core. And so we have this regenerator, Sage of Cups. We have a couple people here, kind of a little bit more, they're like elders, laughing, smiling. We have he kind of looks like an aborigine elder. He's got water pouring from his hands. There's another, again, these guys have white in their beards, the sage energy. It's like, this is the wisdom coming in. This is like okay, so this guy, he's pouring water out of a vessel of some kind. Kind of makes me think of the star energy. But we have this growth, we have these beautiful flowers, some kind of allium, and then there's a river kind of going between canyons off in the distance. We have a lot of water. It's the Sage of Cups. And so what this is actually about, it's not about doing, it's about getting in touch with your emotions. It's about really is learning how to give to yourself, to give back, give to the planet, give to others, in a really being in touch, learning how to be comfortable within yourself, within the emotions that you have, being rather than doing. It's like that saying, we are human beings, not human doings. And so the seeker, this child of wands, this is actually about you seeking fulfillment that isn't external, that isn't some kind of goal to achieve. You are meant to regenerate through your emotions and seek fulfillment through your emotions. And that's where you're going to find your spark. That's where you're going to find a renewed passion, a newfound passion for living, for existing. So you're meant to go deep and explore your inner world. And there's really an emphasis on exploring your emotions that have been repressed, suppressed, that have been that you've somehow thought were bad. Keep getting that bad. And so what would it look like to be in on the joke? Because this is the cosmic prank. What would it look like to be in on the joke? What do I choose? Okay. I'm going to go with the Four Spirits Oracle. What would it look like to be in on the joke? Crystal Spirit, communicate. Express yourself authentically and vulnerably to strengthen your relationships. Communicate. So communicating what vulnerably, what's important to you, vulnerably, authentically, because that's what's going to strengthen your relationships. You have thought that being an achiever was what was going to get you all of the accolades and the attention, the affection that you really craved. And in fact, it's showing up in a very genuine way. Sharing of yourself, sharing of your emotions. Because that's what's, that's the true strength in a relationship. That's the true kind of binding force. That's what allows people in. Yeah. What would it look like to be in on the joke? Elephant Spirit, strength and wisdom. By utilizing your exceptional memory, you can steadily solve your life and social structure. Once again, to be in on the joke is understanding that, all you had to go through all of these things. You had to try to, it's like you had to exhaust this direction, this path, before you could really see, like, okay, I've done everything I can, and I still don't feel fulfilled. I still don't, where's the love, right? And so you had to come to this place of surrender, basically. Surrendering to, okay, I give up. I've tried everything here and it's just not enough. I just, even if you're at the top of your game and everything is great, you're still like, okay, now what? I still don't feel fully whatever. And so strength and wisdom, by utilizing your exceptional memory, you can steadily solve your life and social structure. Your life and social structure. Yeah. This is solving something through communication. And having that strength. You have developed a lot of strength. You have a lot of strength here. And wisdom. But yeah, because of the sage energy, you've gained wisdom through experience. You've gained knowledge and you've integrated that knowledge. What would it look like to be in on the joke? Green Fairy, imagination. Explore the mysterious allure of creativity and embrace your inner uniqueness. Your inner uniqueness is something that is above and beyond this kind of achieving mentality. This is you understanding that your imagination is directly connected. Your imagination, in the Child of Wands here, this is this is what kind of leads you forward. This is your spark. Leaning into your creative side, doing things in a new way, doing things differently. Creativity can come in all forms. Oh, we've got some butterflies here. Oh, we've got a deer. Deer often represents leadership, but it's also gentleness. Walking gently. We've got a little mouse here. and a possum. We've got somebody meditating. Embrace your inner uniqueness. You're not supposed to be put into, you're not supposed to fit this mold. It works for some people, and that's awesome for them. But for you, this is an inner journey. This is really learning to love yourself, embracing your own inner uniqueness, because something about your memory, this is tapping into childhood desires, dreams, goals that didn't have any basis in reality. That's not, it's not the point. The point is to just dream and enjoy and be excited for, the world's your oyster. And that was somehow beaten out of you. So being in on this is like realizing like, oh, I see. Like I had to go through that so I could come back around to myself. And then this is where I find my ultimate fulfillment. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to take this over to the extended. There's going to be a link in the description box below. I'm going to look at what's been hiding in plain sight, what needs to be weighed honestly now, and what's your plot twist ending. So if you want to join me over there, awesome. I will see you there. If not, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy full moon in Libra. Happy April Fool's Day. Enjoy those pranks. Whether you get pranked or you're doing the pranking, just be kind. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. If I can figure this out. Come on.